everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing my March, what is it called? My March wrap-up. So March just ended, it is now officially April, and in March, I didn't read that many books, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be a fake person. I was so motivated to read, and then just it didn't happen because of work, and I was so tired, and it didn't. But I'm reading now, so hopefully my next wrap-up will be better. So today we're going to be talking about a total of 3 books. 3.5, 3, you'll see what I'm talking about. These are all the books that I read in March. Not all of them I read completely in March. Some of them I read like in between February and March, or March and April. You know what I'm talking about. So the first book that I have to talk about is Autobiography by Christina Lauren. This book I read in between February and March. I finished it in March, but I started it in February, so it's one of those in-between books. But it's basically about this boy who has moved from California to Utah, and he's bisexual, and since he has moved to Utah where all these Mormons live, he doesn't feel very comfortable coming out as bisexual, so he's just kind of back in the closet. And he's taking this class where he has to write a book in a semester. Actually, I don't think it's a semester. 4 months. He has 4 months to write a book. When his writing instructor walks into the class, he falls absolutely in love with him, head over heels, but there's one problem. Actually, there's 2 problems. 1, he's a boy, and he hasn't come out as bi, so that's a problem. And 2, he is very Mormon. Very, very, very Mormon. So he has to kind of struggle with trying to keep this a secret, but also write his book, and just, it's really good, guys. It's absolutely phenomenal. I loved it. Read this book. So after I finished that book, I actually started the Hate List, which I don't have with me right now, and I never finished it, and this is why. Because it was in the back of my car, and a giant cup of tea spilled all over it, and now it's sticky, and it's soggy, and it's gross, and I'm so sad that my book is destroyed that I just haven't touched it since. So I got, I want to say, about 50 to 100, somewhere in between there, pages into this book, and then tragedy struck, and I stopped reading it. I know that's no excuse to stop reading it, but I hate looking at it, so it's just in the back of my car. I'll finish it. I just have to, like, get over myself. It's still a book, even though it's destroyed. The next book that I read in March is Let's Talk About Love by Claire Can. This book honestly was not my favorite book of the month in any way. It was good, but I just personally did not like it. I think it might have been the writing style, but I just couldn't get into it. I liked it just fine. Ghost, what are you doing? The book was fine, it's just I couldn't invest myself in it as much as I'd wanted to. So this book is basically about this girl named Alice, and she is a I always have to think about it. She is an asexual, bi-romantic person. Yes. So she's attracted to both genders, but not sexually. And she has just been dumped by her girlfriend. She's sad, and she goes to work, and she meets this boy who is just the cutest thing she's ever seen in her life. She loves him. And she kind of has this like internal struggle where it's like she wants to try and date him and try and go out with him, but at the same time she's not comfortable with her sexuality, and she doesn't want to come out to him and tell him like, hey, I'm asexual, and like, so she struggles with that, and she struggles with college, and she struggles with a lot of things, and it sounds so interesting to me, but personally, not my favorite, just because the writing style. So if you can get past the writing style, which isn't even that weird, I don't know. I don't know, it just bothered me. Then you'll probably like it if it sounds interesting to you and the writing doesn't bother you. Okay, in the last book that I read, partially in March, is The Boy Most Likely To by Huntley Fitzpatrick. I do not have the book jacket on this because I take the book jackets off when I read. the book. So I'm about, you can see, almost halfway done with this book. Yeah, so I didn't finish it, but I have read to page 178, and that counts towards March because I read it in March. This book so far is very, very good. Basically, it is about this boy named Tim and this girl named Alice, so it's a dual point of view book. And so Tim, he used to be addicted to drugs, and he used to drink, and he smoked, and he was an awful human. But now he is going to AA meetings, and he's clean, and he's trying to like get his life together. But his father kicks him out and gives him 4 months to get his life together or else he's screwed. And he ends up moving in with his friend, Jace, and Jace's sister is Alice, the other main character. And she has a huge family, and her dad's... Ooh, that's a spoiler. I'll tell you why it's a spoiler in a second. But she has a huge family, and she just has to help out around the house, and she's too young to be a mom. But she's not an actual mom, but she has so many siblings that she feels like she's a mom, and it's just insanity. So yeah, that's what's happening. Okay, this is what I was saying about the spoiler. So Huntley Fitzpatrick has this other book called My Life Next Door. These technically aren't a series, but if you're going to read this book, read this one first, because this book is about Jace, the guy I mentioned earlier, and this girl Samantha. All the events in this book happen before this book. So like if you read this one first, this one will make way more sense because you already know who all the characters are. But they're not a series, which is weird. But okay, yeah, so read this one, then this one. This one's really freaking good, so read it and then read this. Yay! Anyway, this book is really good so far, and I plan on finishing it like as soon as possible so I can just keep on reading. So here are the 3 books that I read, not including The Hate List, which is just destroyed in my car. I know I didn't read that much, but I'm gonna try harder next month. My job is so exhausting that all I ever want to do is sleep, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully next month I have a bit more going on. I have some books planned out that I want to read next month, and hopefully that will happen because I really want to. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and leave a comment down below if you read any of these books, especially this one. If you have any thoughts about Let's Talk About Love, then let's talk about it. Get it? It's a joke because it's the title. Hello? Hello? But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next month with my next wrap-up. I mean, I guess I'll see you before then, because I'm gonna post other videos. But I will see you next month with my next wrap-up. This is a horrible ending. Okay, bye!